Good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are well rested, that you're ready to begin your day. We're going to figure out what's happening in life, why it's happening, and what you can do about it and what you can expect. Now, this is general and collective, so if this is not fitting your situation, never force it. There's a million readers out there. Not everyone's going to be right for you or right at the time. So take this as it comes, and maybe this might actually make sense to you down the road. Wherever you're coming across this in time, it might be occurring in your life. So let's do this. So clearly we're working with air energy here and some decision making. Okay, what are you on the fence about? Healing, but there is a part of this that has a lot of shame with it. If you have questions about booking your session, go ahead and reach out in the email address or reach out in the DMs on social platforms. Your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. Now let's get back to the reading. And ask any services I provide. What is the shame about? You think that you're going backwards in action? You're looking back at the past? You're looking back at the past, making the same mistakes in your mind. Or you're wary of making the same mistakes, and that is carrying a lot of shame with you. I feel like it's important that you change your perception on it. It's not a mistake. There is a point of familiarity. Just because something's familiar to you doesn't mean that it's right, and it doesn't mean that you have to continue that. All right, so what do you need to release right now? What's going on? Breathe. Trust the process. I know that's like trying to baptize a cat, but you really don't have any other choice. Yet you're holding yourself back. There's the reasons why you're holding yourself back is just because of something that doesn't have substance. It is a point of feeling like you would be making the same mistake. Are you starting up at square one? Are you going to go for the same kind of relationship? Are you still going to be doing the same thing? I want you to picture yourself 5-10 years down the line, and if you are doing the same exact thing, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel elated? Does it make you want to crawl under the covers? I mean, act accordingly with this. I would be the pot calling the kettle black if this were, saying that, we've all been stuck. But this is something that needs to change right now. The Sun card is in reverse. That's fine. All right. You are really working out and getting away from toxic connections that are completely out of balance and out of whack. Now, this could be something that has been long stretched in your life that you can't maneuver around anymore. I do feel like there is a dead end that is approaching here. You're not going to see eye to eye. You are vastly different people. You guys are looking at the same object or the same situation through different lenses. Just because somebody is right doesn't mean that you are wrong, and vice versa. This is a matter of perception. Somebody can be going to the battle with this sense of righteousness in their heart with this, but it's from their own perception. So it might not have the foundation that yours does. And also, again, on that one, vice versa. You might be doing something that you feel is completely right in your heart, but it doesn't have the foundation that anyone else in this is having. There is no matching up with it. And until somebody is aware of the entire situation, of all angles involved, it doesn't, again, guarantee that they're going to see it through your eyes, or they're going to see it as equal, or that they'll have this aha moment, but they'll be made to be aware of where you're standing on this. Whew. Very interesting. Somebody's emotionally unstable. Somebody is overlooking so much of this. It feels like emotional, spiritual, mental, verbal, whatever, some kind of bypass. It's like having this deep gash in your leg and then somebody just giving you like one of those butterfly band-aids, it's not going to do the job, champ. We need to have some more in-depth work on this wound here. What is everybody in this willing to do? Well, it seems like it's the closing of a chapter. And that could be anything from ending a connection, ending the opportunity. It's the final nail in the coffin. It's the final nail in the coffin, no matter how you try and swing this. So what are we going to do? All right. This can be from ending connections, ending relationships, ending opportunities. Whatever it is, we're not going to feed into the situation anymore. There is a new opportunity that is coming in. So we're going to look at that for a moment. What do you need to know about this new opportunity? I'm still feeling pulled to use the Rider-Waite, so I'm going to stick with it because I can. I'm going to. All right, what's this? There is a new opportunity that's coming in, but this isn't out of nowhere. This has been happening along the sidelines. I feel like as all of this was going on, you were getting a glimpse of this over here. So this isn't something that is new or fast moving. This is an opportunity that you're finally moving towards. I love that. The thing is, there's all sides of control with this. It's not just you. It's like you, this other, this other, this other, however many others are involved in this, and divine movement with this. Tell me more about this because it feels earthy, it feels airy. So earth and air energies in this, we're creating dust. Getting over feelings of rejection, either you or somebody else that's involved in this. It's a very motherly, nurturing kind of energy. Again, this is earth energy. So this could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, or timelines, or just energies they're projecting. Again, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, and intense. A lot of choices have been made. Somebody was afraid of making the wrong choice in this. There is no wrong choice. There is just being on your path or the lesson otherwise. Are you afraid that whatever it is isn't going to be extending the offer? Has the offer's time run up? So this is saying that this is a very slow moving offer. You have to really, it's like you have to come in with a cup. This is somebody coming in with a cup, whether it's you or the other person or persons involved. Somebody has to make an offer, but there needs to be some sort of release in this as well. We need to stay grounded on this, don't we? So it's making sure that this is not impulsive. We're not jumping the gun. How is this going to work out for everybody involved? Because I do feel like that needs to be taken into consideration. I feel like it's a very time-sensitive thing. And I feel in this, death is not always about death. Something is coming to a close, absolutely. That was emphasized with the Ten of Swords. But also death is also rebirth and ascension. With all this newness, with all this veil being ripped away from your view and seeing everything in front of you clearly, it feels not only time sensitive, just fragile all around. Oh my God, Tower moment. Really? Did I pick that up and you saw this? Look. So, all right, Spirit, I want other cards. Out with it. I'm getting pulled to the Whispers of Love. I'm going to cleanse this bad boy. So what is this Tower moment involving with this? Forgiveness and ask for help. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. There's a conversation that probably needs to happen in whatever connection this is in your life. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So I do feel like it is probably you who's going through a transformation, and that's absolutely fine. This is a new start, a new chapter. Yes, you're going through a transformation. I'm getting to take this one now. Love is all around you. Love is everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Okay. That one I'm being pulled to another one. So hang on. Where am I being pulled to? No. All right, so Butterfly Oracle is making an appearance. What do we need to know? Demonstrate love. Would you put your heart out on the line and speak what is on your heart, for God's sakes? Listen, you're afraid of some form of rejection, and you're afraid of being seen as either needy or maybe even as backhanded in this. There's a lot that needs to be communicated. And I think that you need to act and receive compassion. So act with compassion to whatever you're talking towards or moving towards. And also ask for that forgiveness and compassion. I think that this is kind of an all-arounder with that. So this sobriety. All right. Demonstrate love. I need more on this. End of an era. New exercise program. Be true to you. I think that there's a lot of disillusionment going on, and I think that you are laying your old way of being to rest. If not, this is them. I see truth and authenticity coming through, but I also see that you're not going to distract yourself with some sort of pattern behavior, and I think that you're not going to just shut yourself off from this. I do see that it's time for your true self, your wounds, aspects of you to really shine through, and it's important for you to act and behave in a way that is authentic to yourself. The end of an era with sobriety in this is really talking about laying old ghosts to rest, and behavioral patterns, and just the way you were probably being either a workhorse or really hard on yourself. And again, for some of you, this actually might equate to some sort of substance problem, whether it's alcohol, something else. I'm trying to be vague on that because I really don't want to give any ideas, not that you're impressionable like that, but I don't want to allude to anything on that one. Just whatever has been an addictive behavior or pattern or substance for you. There we go. That's a nice blanket. Okay. It's time for your true authentic self to shine through right now. You're coming out of the chrysalis. You have been completely broken down. And now it's time for you to, in a way, spread your wings and fly. No, it really is. So how can you authentically and true to you spread your wings and fly from this? So let's see. You can't compare it to other people's expectations of you. I'm really getting that one in here. Your new exercise program, whether it's actual exercise or just a way of being or the direction that you're going or how you present yourself, stop comparing it to anyone else. I don't care if you are 80 years old. I don't care. Well, actually, hold on. I don't care if you're 80 years old. I don't care if you're 18 years old. There you go. Because if you're a minor, no. This is very much about you and just evolving from your past self. And if you do happen to be a minor who's happened to be watching this, authenticity is always the way to go on this. Just saying that, because in case. Oh, relationships are going to change so much in your life right now in so many levels, whether it's friendships, whether it's family, whether it's lovers, whether it's some sort of professional relationship. I'm getting pulled to this, but I want to light this now. Give me a minute. Go get your drink. Run to the bathroom if you have to. 1 second. I don't know if I can show. Okay. What do you need to watch out for? Come on. Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reed. What do you need to know? All right, I feel like I need to split the deck here. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck right now. I want to show you what I'm looking at, but I don't want to split the deck. Look at me. I feel like I have to keep it out. I feel like I need to avoid that right now. So, son of a gun. Really? 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 Fine. Just because something is really difficult and is a really tough lesson, or something has hurt you, doesn't mean that it was not a soul contract. This is a very strong soul contract. And this soul contract with you is one of your biggest teachers. I feel like you have suffered in a way that has shown you so much of what it is against not only your integrity, but your entire personhood. So now I feel like the boomerang effect. It is going right back to where you, well, were. Actually, that doesn't, I feel like I gotta backtrack on that one, because you can't go back to what you were, because what you were was covered by so much of inauthenticity for so long, and exhausting that aspect of yourself, it changes you. You are never going to be the same again, but you are getting closer to your truer self than I think you have ever been. Now, this brings in true relationships, true opportunities, true everything in alignment with you. So the soulmate card came out in reverse. Everything that you'd experienced within these connections were very deeply bound soul connections. Don't mistake it. Don't think that just because it was harsh on you that it wasn't a soul contract. Now, since you've been at the other side so deeply and far, we're going to see to where this is taking you. No place like home showed up upright. Tower moments, tower moments, tower moments. You are being struck into alignment with what is completely, beautifully, newly you. I feel like you are so incredibly grown and wise. I feel like you've beaten so much that you have become this wise and fearless, unbreakable force. Now, don't mistake it. I hate everything that it took to get you to being this. I don't wish ill upon anybody. The fate on which you are right now is the most undeniable thing. So now you have loyalty that is coming in. Now, this can be the relationship, this can be the family ship, it could be friendships, it could be any one of those, but it's all authentic and just as mirroring as you are. So this is a loyalty to you, showing up exactly the way that you are. Then we have, feel like it's happening really soon. There's no time constraints, but I feel like this has taken away all time. There is no time with this. And you may be confused as to what this is exactly leading you to, which is bringing you to the point of surrender that we talked about in the beginning of this. Serendipity. And then we have this. Mending, not for you. What is the not for you about? Oh. So you're on the same path. I need clarification on that, Spirit. What is this? All right. So the time constraints is saying that it's coming in. The serendipity is talking about how it's all lining up perfectly. Something is truly coming together. And then we have the not for you. So this is talking about, it doesn't have to be this complete change in path. You're on the path, but now you're at like what I would say is a marking point. So this, don't overwork yourself with trying to catch up to something. This is a new path. Not a new path, but not even a new life. This is just where you are in the course of your journey. So there's somebody who's coming in who is going to be opening up these gifts for you. I do feel like you're having a mentor come in, and this has a familiar feeling of home. This has a soul resonance in it. Somebody's coming into your life to awaken some sort of a gift inside of you. This is soul tribe, but this is not the end goal for you. This is somebody who's newly joining your journey, and I feel like it's riding alongside each other. Okay, all right. You are not behaving in a way that is repeating old cycles. And I think that you are redefining what happiness is. And I see that this is a time for you to do a self-check-in. So this, what's coming in, it's not the end game. It's not the end goal. It is a new aspect of the journey that's coming in. And you're not going to stop there. You have a beautiful and long road ahead of you. So what is this all leading towards? Aside from expansion, what can you expect? All right, Spirit, out with it. God, you are going on this crazy, awesome, soul-thriving journey. I am so in love with this. Again, this is not the destination. This is a new awakening part of your journey. It's only going to take you further. So that we have the Emperor. You're getting into that beautiful powerhouse movement of yours. In the beginning of the reading, I was talking about you getting in touch with the divine feminine aspect, but it's meeting right up with the masculine. So this is a fusion of you, entirely balanced. And I feel like this is eyes wide open, heart wide open, trusting this path and journey, and having this non-attachment to times, outcome, and what's going on with it. I really feel like you're letting up the ropes on this. So this is a lot of sweeping off your feet. I really feel like you're about to be not only overjoyed and excited, but I also feel like your passion for not only life, but this journey is going to be at an all-time high. I feel like a major amount of opportunities are coming in for you. Whether it's relationship, or in actual movement, or just all around opportunities are opening up for you. Your life and its divine purpose and who's involved in that are all coming to this wonderful meetup. I can't even say it's a conclusion. It's being projected forward. This is a grand soul fate meetup, and it is going to be something that has this feeling of magicalness with it. So congratulations. Can't wait to see what this does for you. If you have questions about what this means for you and you want to book a session, DM me or send me a message in the email. I look forward to hearing from you. Congratulations. Go rock this. Make it yours. I hope that this finds you well. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. Have fun. Bye. Hey there, beautiful. If you're coming across this could be a spirit message for you. I'm going to keep those out. There is an insecurity, and it is being brought about by fear. A controlling fear. This could be Capricornian energy, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, if that means something to you. But let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Don't worry. These changes that you have to make, I think that the only reason why they seem unfavorable is because you are nervous about, it could be the repercussions of it or who's going to be coming after you in this situation. Your world is going to be slowing down. This is going to involve some sense of, it's not misfortune, but it's a strenuous circumstance. But this is leading towards something a lot more massive and better and a lot more emotional. So the reason behind this all is a karmic lesson. So what do we need to know about this? First off, the wheels are going to turn again. We have a celebration that's coming up. You have every reason to be hopeful. Right now, you're going through what seems to be the dark path of this. And it's not that it's dangerous or anything. It's just strenuous. So this is something that is probably igniting some form of anxiety in you, and that's fine. I get it. But whatever the case is, don't feel like you have to run and hide from this, because this has been waiting to come up inside for a while. This is the karmic lesson. So these fell out. I do see that this is actually going to be something where just because you're right doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's a matter of perception that's coming in. And I think that both sides, or all sides involved, are at their breaking point in this. So we have a reconciliation feel that's coming in, and it also feels like it's just mainly to alleviate the perception on everyone's parts in this. We're going to see this eye to eye. We're going to see where everybody's coming from. And you want to know what? We're not going to cut each other off. We're not going to make any sort of impulsive judgments or movements on this. So I feel like the stress of this and whatever changes have to be made, it's only the anticipation of it that is truly stressful. The actuality of it has victory, and you're going to be a lot more relieved after this. And I think that it'll actually set up for positive communication moving forward in whatever the circumstances. So congrats, you got this. Just take a brave movement forward. It'll all pay off. Hey there, love. If you're coming across this, maybe this is a message for you. Stay tuned, see what's up. You can always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I know that's what a lot of people do. I'm really, not sure about how I feel about that, but you want to each their own. And I'm not dogging down any readers, so let me be very clear on that. This is what we are looking with right now. Okay. All right, balance is being restored, and I think that you're getting some sort of a fresh confidence start in this. I see that, first off, with everything rebalancing, there is a sense of exhaustion. There's a sense of exhaustion in this recovery and new start, and that feels great. But it's also an issue with you being vulnerable. So, communication is going to be at an all-time high. Changes are going to be very swift, and I see this massive, beautiful start of a new cycle. It seems a lot more prosperous. It seems like there's a lot more opportunity. I want to see what that's around. Action. We're going to jump on it, baby. And you want to know what? There's people that you can depend on this. You can be interdependent. You can rely on people and still maintain your sense of identity. It's about not controlling each other, and it's about respecting each other. So what's going to be the outcome of this? Knowing that you can rely on these people. You can feel confident in getting off the fence, seeing where you actually stand on things. So what can you look forward to? Making your choice, making your decision, being confident in it. And the bottom of the deck is this. You're going to be cared for. You're going to be nurtured. This is something where I feel like you are going to be cradled. I do see some sort of a compassion and cradling towards you coming forward. Great. It seems like this is going to be a focus on a new opportunity for everyone involved in this. Awesome. You made the decision. Now it's opening a door. See how this goes. Hey there, gorgeous. What brings you here? What do you need to hear? I don't know. I do not know. So we're going to see. I'm a terrible shuffler. I'm putting those right back in, but I'm going to keep the top one out. Okay. What is this? Stop putting people on a pedestal. And I think that you actually are. Awesome. Great. I feel like you're getting in touch with your more intuitive and feminine aspect of yourself. Awesome. We all have feminine and masculine inside of us. It doesn't care about gender. But this is where the balance is being struck. I do see that you're getting in touch with the feminine aspect and the more intuitive side of yourself. And I see that, first off, you're seeing people where they are in their mentality or in their life. And I think that you're putting them on the equal playing ground. I see that you are very self-protective. I see the cat on this as being your intuition. So it's emphasis on the intuition coming in for you. You might have been having a lot of sleep disturbances and a lot of vivid dreams, but that's been going in waves. But I'm really getting the underlying sleep disturbances. So this is something that is, it seems to be waking up inside of you. And it seems to be something where you have to adapt to this newfound insight of yours. And I'm seeing that this is actually, this is where the separation in connections are going to be happening, because I feel like you are seeing somebody's true colors in your life. And I feel like this is a deep soul contract. The reason why I'm saying that is this card with these at the end. Normally this can speak of, you know, like childhood stuff or somebody who's vastly different. But in this instance, I'm kind of getting that it's probably a deep soul contract. You know, you've been in each other's lives through numerous lives. And I see that this is a deep soul contract that is probably getting to its the final end of its contract. So you're probably going to be releasing people at this time, which is great. I see that you are making space for people who are more in line with this new version of you. And I see that there is a nervousness because you're afraid of either jumping circles, or you're afraid of this, you know, that sense of people just kind of leaving your life. And it's not the case. You're energetically changing, and you need to match those vibrations. So some bodies who you've been at odds with, probably going to have some distance put in there. But don't worry, you're going to be making space for more connections and energies. Hey there, beautiful. What's the good word? Raising Archangel Raphael. Unconditional joy. Yeah, finally, right? So this, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. What you focus on will continue to grow. So be very careful about where you're putting your focus. You're meant to be going through some sort of an expansion at this point in time. Ooh, yes. Okay. So how can you practice self-care? There is a point of focusing on that so that you can heal right now. How can you get your energy and vibration up? This is telling you to actually do things that make you externally, obviously internally as well, feel good. So how can you get your vibration higher? And this is involving also forgiving others. Now, this is bringing me to the thought of, there are two things that need to be forgiven. Those who have hurt you, which isn't calling them up and hanging out with them. I'm pretty sure I heard that on some other video recently. But it's first off, releasing yourself from that chain and forgiving yourself for either believing in what they said to you, believing what they said about you, or believing that you, in some way, shape, or form, deserve the mistreatment. Now, I'm not saying that you did, but the forgiveness has to happen all around so that you can free yourself from this condition. And it's telling you, how can you separate yourself from that low vibration into one that is actually you taking care of yourself? So what can you do to express the care and love that you so rightfully deserve for yourself? Start putting it into action. I mean it. Like the moment after you get off this video, I don't care. Or I finish the sequence of videos or whatever have you. Do it. Take care of yourself. You're worth it. Do what makes you come alive. Now, right. Forgiveness is at the base of this. If you're coming across this, you might need a spirit message. What in your life needs to be forgiven right now? So, Butterfly Oracle, what do you want to tell the viewer right now? What do they need to hear about forgiveness? I always go to that 2005 movie. Yeah, it was like 2005. Just Friends. Yeah, okay. Love that movie. Saw it in theaters. Forgiveness and leaving. Bottom of the deck is you are stronger than you know. You're leaving a situation behind in your life. What are you leaving behind? Okay. Decision. Emotions. What the heck are you leaving behind? Come on. Decisions, emotions, this is not done with a light heart. You did not make this decision like it didn't matter. This took you a lot of cojones to get here. So you are leaving either a toxic relationship in your life or the same pattern of relationships. Something is being left behind. And what I'm seeing in this is, well, I got to find out what you're looking towards. The relationship dynamic, self-care. You're putting yourself first. You have given so much of yourself in every connection that you've completely neglected yourself. And you are starving for that love that you so much bestowed upon others that you weren't getting in return. Now, it's not an obligation that they didn't give that to you, but also keep in mind, it wasn't an obligation to them. They couldn't care the way that you did. They couldn't care for you the way that you cared for them. Their heart or their ability, whatever it is, it didn't match. And you have given so much of yourself that this had to come to an end. Your pot, your well is empty, and you're going to do whatever it takes to fill it right now. So what I'm seeing is, how can you stop this? How can you stop this pattern? That's what you're going to be looking at right now. And I see the nurturing, the care, and the establishment of standards coming in, whole new level. And it's going to show up in your life. You have to understand that once you establish it, everything that resonates with it will start to come forward, and you're worth it. Hey there, babe. I want you to think of a loved one who is crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It doesn't mean that your loved ones aren't around you. It just means that this is going to be a message from your main guide. So hold it in the front of your mind, and let's see what you need to know. So, postcard from Spirit. If you don't want to hear me gab, go ahead and pause to read this. Let's see if... Can you read that? Well, anyway. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right places, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt that you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, and when it will show up, what they'll do for you, and all of that is in our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. Like it actually says sigh. So, how are you feeling right now? I feel like you are on the precipice of just being like, let's see. And that's when you let go, and that's when the miracle happens. So, do it authentically in your heart and get ready to see some magic. It's on its way.